because this says, like the instructions, they say to use the quadratic formula, we have to. Like we can't use any other method because it tells us to do that. So Alexa, and when you're learning, it's a good thing to start by writing the formula every time. It just keeps it like in your head. You don't have to memorize the formula. I'll give you the formula, but there's something about writing it over and over again. It just makes one of the hardest parts, and that's plugging in everything where it belongs. It makes that easier. All right, so normally I don't start off by doing this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write what A, B, and C are. So A is the leading coefficient, B is -5, and C is 1, right? So I have to take these values and plug it into that formula. So x equals, all right, -b. That's +5, right? Because it's going to be minus b, so it's minus -5, so that's 5. Plus or minus the square root of, I'm going to go ahead and do this calculation at the same time. -5 squared is 25, right? Okay. Minus 4 times A times C. I probably could have done that too, but in my head, you know what I mean? But I didn't. So, there, 2 times 2. Good? Alright, now let's simplify this a little bit. So, x, like we're solving for x. Literally, this formula solves for x. And what it does, just in case you forgot, you're going to graph these eventually, and you're going to have 2 x-intercepts, or 1, or none, but you're going to have x-intercepts, and this is how you find them. Okay. 5 plus or minus the square root of 25. Isn't that 8? It's 25 minus 8. 17? 17 divided by 4. That good? Okay. Bless you. The square root of 17 is a little bit more than 4, because the square root of 16 is 4, right? So, here. Let's see if I can get this to work. You guys can see that, right? Yeah. Square root of 17 equals 4.12. So I'm just going to use 4.12. So square root of 17 equals 4.12. This is the easiest way to handle this, like your least chance of making a mistake. This is the way I'm going to do it right here. Now, on Thursday, I'll show you how to use a calculator to do it all at once, but this is like the easiest way. So look, we got 2 things. We got 5 plus 4.12 divided by 4, and we have 5 minus 4.12 divided by 4. Edgar, you know why there's a plus and a minus?
Yeah.
Because it's square root, right? That's why that symbol's right there, because there's 2 answers for square roots. So just like with solving by completing the square, we have both. Since we're using a calculator and we have decimals, we're going to go ahead and like simplify this. So this is going to be 9.12 divided by 4. I don't know what that equals. So 9.12 divided by 4 looks like 2.28. That's one answer, right? And then, maybe I can show you like one of the mistakes on a calculator all the time. So here, I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to do this part wrong on the calculator, okay? So I'm going to do 5 minus 4.12 divided by 4. And this is wrong. You know why it's wrong?
Order of operations.
Yeah. The way I typed in, this gets divided by 4 first. And I need to subtract this first. I need to subtract those 2 things first. So I really need to do 5 minus 4.12 equals, and then divide that by 4.22. So those are my 2 answers. Sorry, my 2 got kind of sloppy right there.
You have to graph them?
We will eventually, yeah.
It was 0.22.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's long.
Yeah, you get faster at it though. You really do. Like you get.
It's not hard.
No, it's not. You guys be careful. You have to take your time, but you will get way faster at it. And also because they do take a long time, you won't be doing like 40 of them. You're going to do like 2 or 3, and that's it.
But this would be where?
What's that? Ask me that again, please. I'm sorry.
Is it on the test?
Oh, of course.
Where's the test?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember when it is. Is that what you said? When is it?
No.
Oh.
On the quiz or on the test?
Oh,
Or on
both. Both, yeah. So this next one turns out to be, well, not so bad. We can do this too. So A is 3, B is 2, C negative 11. Right? So x equals, I already have it written right there, so I'm just going to go minus 2 plus or minus the square root of 4, and then minus 4 times 3 times 11. 4 times 3 times 11. 4 times 3 is 12, right?
Then 12 times 11 is,
132?
isn't it?
It's
It is? Oh, it is?
Yeah, 132. And then look, it's minus 4. This is where you have to be careful. It's minus 4 and a minus 11. So I'm going to write it out. I'll just minus 4 times 3 times negative 11. I'll go ahead and write it out. And then 2 times 3. So that's 132, but it's positive. So that's going to be 136. Do you see? So that's 132, but it's a negative times a negative. So it's going to be x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 136 over 6.
So you're adding the 132 to 4, right?
Yeah, because like this part right here, we'll oh, yeah, there it is. So this part right here, that's 4. And then negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 11 is positive. And that's where I got 136. Okay. Let's see. Let's get my handy dandy calculator. Oh, turn it sideways. So square root 136 equals 11.66. So what I got negative 2 plus 11.66 divided by 6, and then minus. Yeah. So negative 2 plus 11.66 equals, and then divide by 6.
You can't just put like a minus 2 plus 11. You have to put the parentheses in the calculator.
That's just how this calculator does it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of a pain, I know. And then take that answer and divide that by 6. Okay, now this one I have to round. We're going to round to 2 decimal places. 2.78. Yeah, there's your 2 answers.
2.78?
Yeah, because it was 2. My calculator said 2.76.
That was a
It was
Oh, I hate my life. God. Thank you.
It was 2.7.
It was 2.
7.
Yeah, so this is right. I don't even know where I got the 8. That's silly. Yeah, that's a stupid mistake. 7, because it was 7, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you one last thing. It'll take like 2 minutes, okay? Like not even 2 minutes. It's about. In fact, it's yeah. Let's look at this right here. I'm going to show you something. Watch. Oh, that's fancy. So let's say we're going to solve this one, but let's say instead of a minus 11, let's say it was plus 11. I want to show you what's going to happen, because this is actually going to make your life really, really easy. So negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? And we already said, or we already know, the only difference between this problem and the last is c is positive this time. So watch what happens. So negative 2 plus or minus 4 minus 4 times 3 times 11 divided by 6, right? Look at this. This part right here. It's called the discriminant, really, but like we can make this really, really easy. Check this out. That's going to be the square root of 4 minus 132. Do you see? That's negative. I don't even care what the number is. That's negative. That's the square root of a negative number. That means that there are no real solutions. So you're done. You're done. Once you show that the square root is the square root of a negative number, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to calculate this. You don't have to worry about the 2. You don't have to do anything. If this number right here, if this right here is bigger than 4, or, well, bigger than b squared, bigger than 4 in this case, in a negative, then you're done. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have questions? No? All right.